Yeah, so is your question getting at, how do you comply with a diet, to make it a long-term sustainable habit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we focus on making the healthy choice the easy choice.
Okay.
So by combining behavior economics and like certain things that we know from behavioral science, there are certain ways to make these healthy, sustainable choices part of your daily habit. And so we do that by so what we do is called medical nutrition therapy.
Yeah.
So if you think about like working with a therapist, you have regular visits, and then every time you make one small obtainable change. So we set SMART goals and work with them to make sure that this is something that's realistic and obtainable. And then once they have built, the habits for that one change, then we can add on to have more changes. So then we don't really focus on super restrictive prescriptive type of diet plans.
Mm-hmm.
We work with the patients to figure out, what are their preferences, what's really feasible for them to do, because a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the healthy foods are actually quite delicious, and they're actually not what we think. Like it's not like we're gonna put patients on salads and celery juice. Like these are actually not really healthy diets. A healthy meal actually looks very balanced, and you get to enjoy the foods that you love, your favorite snacks in moderation, but then also being able to add those healthier foods to balance everything out.
Okay, but like for example, for the previous company, when we were trying to work with them, we really want to benefit our patient by bringing them a better diet for them to be healthier, because I do know you are what you eat. As a physician, I do know you are what you eat. But, like daily life is so hectic, right? For me, like sometimes I eat my lunch at 2 p.m. A lot of my patients are like that as well. So how do you have the time to prepare all those foods and make it a long-term sustainable behavior, like for this, you know what I mean? For us to like continue the process.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I actually I did a mini lecture at MIT about this, and the audience was, there was 90 MIT like MBA students, and they were all really interested on understanding like healthy eating for busy students.
Yes.
And kind of what you described is like, we don't really have time to do this. And so a lot of times we have to like rely on these like simple recipes or like simple meal prep techniques. There are a lot of snacks and items that we can get that are really healthy, that contributes to nourishing our body, and also are super fast to prepare. And so I've actually shared a few recipes during that mini lecture earlier this month. So I think a lot of it is just like strategically thinking about what are some easy things to meal prep.
Yeah.
And planning your week in advance to make sure that you have these foods to grab on the go, and then certain snacks that you can get to make sure that you're getting all the nutrition that you need for the day. I'm happy to talk more about some of these techniques.
Yeah, that's amazing.